What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about frustration and specifically frustration with your progress, whether that be in the gym or with your nutrition. We're talking about with your health and fitness goals, right? So, are you frustrated with where you are versus where you think you should be? I kind of teased this idea yesterday in the video talking about how we're going to discuss a few different reasons. And we're going to start with ones that are a little bit more, I don't want to say ridiculous, but not as much more your fault or could be your fault versus more not your fault. All right. So let's first talk about frustration. And I've talked to a lot of people over the years with nutrition and with fitness. And it inevitably, like, someone will start, they'll get in a good habit for a couple weeks, they'll show up gung-ho, they went to the store, bought all this food, and ate healthy for like a week or two and worked out hard, and then, they look in the mirror and they basically look the same, right? Like, I don't know if the expectation was different, that, all right, I'm going to do this for 2 weeks and everything's going to change, or maybe the expectation was that it at least get really good, quickly. But, they'll come, hey man, I'm kind of frustrated. Like, I don't feel like this is going well, or this is, it's not working or whatnot. And it's like, man, it's been 2 weeks, like it doesn't happen in 2 weeks. All right. So, that could be one way. All right. So the first thing we're talking about today with frustration is going to be being honest with yourself, right? Honest with yourself about expectations and about what you're actually doing, right? So 3 months down the road, we get back together with the same person that was gung-ho in the beginning, and we have a little talk, and we see, all right, we're going to take a look at the attendance. And it's like, all right, when you started, you were here 4 or 5 days a week, and then after a couple weeks, it tailed off. It looks like you missed a week here. There was a day or two where maybe you didn't, or a week or two where you only came 1 or 2 days, and then there was like a week or two where you came 3 or 4 days, and then a couple weeks off, and then a couple 1 days, and we look at the attendance, and it's like the actual attendance for the people that actually get results is, it's not there, right? Like, you came, maybe you worked out a few days. You worked out consistently for a couple weeks, and really out of the 3 months, that was it. Then it was kind of like hodgepodge. And then we start to talk about diet, and it's like, well, let me see your food journal. It's like, well, I don't have one. It's like, what do you mean you don't have one? Well, if you're trying to do something new and track what you're doing and get things going, you might have to actually track what you're doing. And it's like, well, I bought food the first week and I changed my eating habit, but then I don't really like vegetables, so I stopped eating them. And then, like, I had family come in town, and it was inconvenient, and, so I ate out a lot. And then I just kind of went back to the thing where I do like the skip breakfast because, intermittent fasting. And then, I just ate out for lunch because that's what work was doing. And then dinner was kind of whatever I could throw together. And it's like, we made some changes for a couple weeks, maybe. And then after that, it's been a couple months. And then, like, I'm so frustrated because it hasn't happened. But if we're honest with ourselves, we didn't actually make the change. We had good intentions, we did for a little while, but it never actually made some changes. So this is the tough one, right? This is the tough one that, looking at yourself and being honest with yourself and not lying to yourself and saying, wow, I really did all the work and it didn't work. Most of the time, it's like, maybe I wanted to, or I thought I wanted to, and I got started, but maybe the consistency wasn't there. And maybe it was. That's the other side of the coin. Maybe the consistency was there. Maybe you did do it for months and months and months, and maybe you're not seeing results, and that's why you're frustrated, right? But that's not what we're talking about today. So the frustration we're talking about today is, maybe you're frustrated, but then when you stop lying to yourself, or you look in the mirror and, like, can you honestly look yourself in the mirror and say, I did everything I could. I did what I was supposed to. I was consistent for 3 months with my diet change, for 3 months with exercise, and I'm truly frustrated? Or is it frustration that you thought it was going to be easier, right? Did you think it was going to be easy? Like, it looks like these people that have what you want, the body you want, the life that you want, do they make it look easy, or is it the consistency that you don't see, right? Do you not see that consistency of what they do day in and day out, what they don't do on the weekends or on the weeknights, or, what they do? So Be honest with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Did you actually do what you say you were going to do? Did you do it more than a couple days a week for a couple weeks out of the month? If not, it might be time to do a reset, recommit, and get back to those changes for your diet and for your exercise and your mental health that you were planning on. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what happens if you're frustrated and you actually did make the changes and what could have gone wrong then. All right. See you guys tomorrow.